Thank you, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests. You're watching the Total Sports Network. Today in our Sports in 7 feature, we're going to talk about mixed martial arts. Modern mixed martial arts has a short history with the first Ultimate Fighting Championship, or UFC tournament, held on November 12, 1993. After some bumps in the road due to some extreme rules, MMA has enjoyed a surge in popularity over the last decade. MMA draws from various martial arts styles, including boxing, judo, the Brazilian jiu-jitsu, karate, kickboxing, and taekwondo. To learn more about the sport of MMA, we have an MMA fighter live in our studio today, José Pacheco. José fights out of Adrian Serrano Combat Sports Gym here in Milwaukee and has been fighting in MMA since 2009. With his recent win on March 29th, José has a professional record of 7 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw. Thank you for joining us today, José. So I wanted to start out so we can learn a little bit more about you. What got you interested in MMA?
Easy answer, Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee was the founder to me of mixed martial arts, one of the pioneers. He brought Eastern philosophy and style to the West and incorporated Western philosophy into Eastern style. It can get long in that answer, but Bruce Lee is pretty much the godfather of MMA. And 7 years old, I first saw Bruce Lee fight Chuck Norris, and afterwards, I knew what I wanted to do in life. Be a fighter like Bruce Lee.
Oh, very interesting. I'm not sure that's the answer I would have expected, but good influence there. Now, I mentioned some of the influences in the mixed martial arts. Is there any special training for MMA that you do, perhaps in these styles or perhaps other training?
Mixed martial arts training consists of many forms of disciplines. You got kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, judo, wrestling. In the past, they would have had separate categories, separate competitions, but with this growth and the day we live in today, we finally can see it all evolve into one pot, so to say. Now it's not so much one discipline, now it's mastering your strengths, finding your weaknesses, and uniquely creating your own style. And that's some of mixed martial arts. So that's why it consists of so many types of different disciplines.
And I guess what would you say is your...
My strength growing up was judo. I learned how to throw and how to do arm bars and chokes and trips. And that will be my strength. Then rounding off, including making it totally mixed martial arts, I had to learn boxing, kickboxing, and then putting it to work in actual tournaments and competitions.
Okay, the first fight that I saw you in, it looked like to be a pretty relatively dull affair. All of a sudden you did some cool move, the audience roared, and then 20 seconds later the fight was over and you had won. So can you explain a little more how you win a fight in mixed martial arts?
Right. A lot of times that if you don't follow mixed martial arts, it does seem like it's a group sport, or gladiators having at it. But when you get to the professional level especially, there's a lot of technique involved, a lot of strategy. You must understand how to attack and how to defend. You have to also understand that in a match, there's time, so you want to be conditioned for the duration of that time. So that involves strategy, confidence, and it requires a lot. I often compare it to chess in the sense that you do have to have an attack, defense, strategy, and you also have to be aware of the clock if you want to win. But MMA is a physical form of that chess match.
Very interesting. I wanted to get your perspective a little more on the sport in general. Why do you think MMA has become as popular as it has?
For that very reason, you know, wrestling, you can't strike, and boxing, you can't wrestle. So when you look at many fighters or different forms of fighters, there isn't any more these days down to, oh, this is a tall person, you would be a good boxer, or this is a short person, you would make a good grappler. It's now in MMA you can tailor yourself to develop the best that you can become at martial arts.
Another question sort of related, maybe more, do you think your MMA training has helped you in other aspects of your life?
Oh, definitely. MMA training has prepared me in my lifestyle as far as being more health conscious, more disciplined in exercise, and humbling because I've lost before, and when you lose, it's just something that comes with life. You're gonna fall, and you gotta get back up, and you're gonna lose, and it's how you handle that loss too, and improving upon it, allowing yourself to become better from it. Oftentimes I say, if you lose, like if you haven't lost, you haven't fought anything.
Very interesting. Well, I think our time is running short. I've certainly learned more about the sport and more about you today. Is there any place that we can go to learn more about you or you?
Definitely. I feel like right now in my career, I started my first fight in 2009. I'm coming to a point where doors are opening, big opportunities. So hopefully one day you may be able to see me perform in the Bradley Center, or more recently, I will have my upcoming fight will be at the Eagles Club in the Rays. And for those who want to maybe try MMA or mixed martial arts or judo, jiu-jitsu, I think go for it because you know it's not just about being professional competing, it's about that lifestyle, also how it can affect you in a positive way.
And do you know when that fight might be at the Eagles Club?
That Eagles Club, I believe it will be June 20th.
So look for José on June 20th. Once again, thank you, José, for coming today and sharing more about mixed martial arts.